Morning.
Lovely to see you. Hopefully the weather is beautiful where you are, just as it is where we are. I'm still not going out, so I can look through the window and see that beautiful sunshine. But I know Robert's been out this morning in the beautiful weather.
I had to. We needed shopping. We were getting quite desperate. And as I'd got a reservation at B&Q that was going to expire today, I thought, I'll just whiz over to Aylesbury and get it all out the way before we started this morning.
So was it nice actually going out?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's really nice out.
Oh, fabulous. I'm lying. I've actually been to the bin. So I took the bin to the bin, put it in there and came back in the house. So I have actually been out, but we may even sit in the garden this afternoon. So who knows? If there isn't a breeze, my mum might sit out there and I might sit there with her for an hour or so. So I was just thinking, what did we used to say? We used to have finished it Friday, and was it Whip Wednesday that we used
Work in Progress Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it would be good to have a look at everything that people have submitted through Gogglefrogs group, so we can just see what we're all working on, because we forget what we were doing 3 and 4 weeks ago. We may have finished some projects, and that might be the inspiration that we need. So I know it's a long time ago, but there's probably some amazing bits and bobs that people have submitted in the past as well. Lovely to see you all again, and hopefully you've got a little bit of knitting or crochet or stitching or anything, and a nice cuppa with you. So
well, I have the cuppa, but no stitching, because although bandage has disappeared, because it's feeling better, I don't want to overdo it today. So, and also I haven't had time to look at anything this morning, so I'm not going to just pick something up for the sake of it. What I have got though is a nice musical interlude. If you're ready.
Yes. What's it going to be today?
So, Angela, if you want to go on to mute for a second.
Thank you for reminding me.
Right, so good morning everybody, welcome to today's musical interlude, and today this one is just for you, Mum. I was going through videos yesterday of what to put on today, and I came across that one, and that is my mum's absolute favourite. So Mum, that was just for you. She's not doing things, so don't worry. So don't be on best behaviour, but I will forward the recording to her later.
Oh, brilliant. She'll love it.
Right.
Hopefully everyone's got a lovely smile on their face now.
God, I'm out of breath and I've only sat down dancing. So, morning, Brigitte.
Morning.
Morning, Claire.
Morning.
Dawn.
Morning.
Morning, Grace.
Morning.
Morning, Jackie.
Morning.
Morning, Helen, who's just dropped in.
Morning.
Morning, Judy.
Morning.
Morning, Linda Ellis.
Morning.
Morning, Marion.
Morning.
Morning, Marilyn. I believe it's your first time, Marilyn, so please do say hello in the comments where you're joining us from. Morning, Marion W.
Morning.
Morning, Safia.
Morning.
And morning, Sally.
Morning.
And I've just seen that Becky, Dawn is with Becky as well, and Becky says hi. Morning, Becky.
Morning.
So let's go through the comments. Sally started with saying happy Wednesday, everybody. Yes, happy Wednesday, happy traditional hump day, but as it's not traditional Wednesday, happy whatever day you're going to call it, but it is Wednesday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding it more and more difficult to remember what day of the week it bloody is. Claire says hey, Judy says morning, Brigitte says morning pips, Linda says lovely, good morning lovely people, Jackie says morning all and happy Wednesday, Sewing Bee starts tonight, so excited. Yes, so am I. I hope you've all registered for Don't Cut It, and you'll be joining me at 10 o'clock tonight after I've watched the live show. We're going to have half an hour talking about everything that happened. I did post a link in Gogglefrogs, but I'll repost it later. Marion says good morning. Brigitte says second time popping in, as true to form, you disappeared promptly. Welcome back. Thumbs up when I started to play Footloose. Grace says, good morning. Marion says, wish I could move like that. What, like me? No. Like the people in the video? Yes. I wish I could too.
Yeah.
Linda says, that's worth watching again for you two grooving in the background. Jackie says, it always freezes my end when the video stops playing. So frustrating. Oh, so sorry. Helen says, good morning. Claire says, bin day. Ooh. It's my day to put the bins out because ours is tomorrow morning. So happy bin day, Claire.
Yeah.
Hope you've already had your pickup and you've already brought your bin back in. Oh, God, I'm knackered already.
Are you? Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. You can sit back and relax for an hour. Well, actually, it's 50 minutes now, isn't it? Because I know you've got a really, really busy day on, doing lots and lots of other things.
I honestly don't know how I managed to get working around everything else.
I know.
I'm doing a lot extra. Oh, no, I do. I know. Oh, I need to tell you a funny story. So I've decided that I'm going to spend an hour on a video call every day to Gary's mum because she's in Kent and can't go and see anybody, can't go out. But she's getting quite lonely and quite depressed. So I said to Gary, okay, well, I'll find an hour every day and I'll spend it with her. And originally we started knitting, then her knitting went to pieces. So she's got her own knitting that she's doing. So I've left her to get on with that. So yesterday I decided that we would watch film together whilst we were on a video chat and while she was doing her knitting. So we put on Beetlejuice. What do you think happened?
I don't know. Did you fall asleep?
I fell asleep. I was sat here watching it, and I just must have gone. And then at 4 o'clock, she went, "Robert, are you awake?" I've been asleep for about 20 minutes.
Oh dear.
What the weird thing is, though, is she obviously wasn't looking at me because otherwise she'd have sinned before, or she realised that it was 4 o'clock and we'd said an hour, and she must have thought that I had something else to do, so she woke me up.
Oh, bless. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. The laugh is, I have certain friends that I have conversations with just later in the evening, and it's normally when I've gone to bed. So I start chatting away, and all of a sudden when I go quiet, they know I've fallen asleep with the phone in my hands. Just disconnect, and they sort of know me by now. So falling asleep, but that's quite interesting. So were you both on your iPads or something then?
Yes, so she was on her phone, but she has a problem. She'll put her phone down, and I can see her to start with. And then now she's missing away. She obviously moves around and stuff, and the phone moves further and further back, and my view ends up like that. All I can see is her ceiling and her light reflecting in, and it must have been like that for ages because she obviously wasn't paying attention. Normally she's good at pulling it forward.
Can we get her a little tripod?
We're trying. We're going to sort that out, but there are certain things when it comes to his mum that I'm more than happy to jump in and do, like organise a food shop for her.
Yeah.
But when it comes to technical stuff, I refuse to have any part of it because we've been Skyping probably for a week now, if not slightly longer.
Yeah.
And she still can't work out how to turn the camera on. So I refuse to get involved in anything technical. So Gary has the job of sorting out a tripod for her.
I have those conversations about the remote controls.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? Oh
dear. Judy says, I just hope I can move all at the end of all this staying at home. I'm sure you'll be fine. They think, though, that people are going to take a long time to adjust back to having to go back to work and routines and stuff. So that'll be an interesting conversation with a 10-hour shift and an hour drive either side of it. Because I'll be saying to my boss, yeah, don't pull me back on late nights all the time. You might be getting an awful lot out of me. Helen's put an update. Oh, right. So everybody, if you live in central beds, they have decided that from next Monday, they will go back to garden waste collections. So it doesn't help you this week if it's your recycling week like it is with me, but from next week, they are going back to garden waste collections. So Claire said, oops, I'm guessing that's me falling asleep. And Sally's just typed in yay, and I think that's about the bin collections.
Yeah.
So,
I'll double check. I'll tell Alan because I know we're Buckinghamshire, but I don't know if ours was cancelled or not. The bin's something I don't do, and B, I'm not allowed to do anymore because for the second time when I took a bin out, my husband has spent a year he took all of the render off our old house. He replastered it all in lime, which took him a year. And when I took the bins out, last time I took them out, I took a real chunk off the corner. So I'm not allowed to do bins anymore, which suits me fine, actually, because I don't like doing them. So I don't do the bins anymore. I'm not allowed to. Oh, dear. Oh, Dawn says, any news about the dump? Adrian is having withdrawal symptoms.
no dump yet, I'm afraid. Although there's been lots of talk around the fact that the employees don't really need to do a lot there, so why is it closed? And I think it's just more around people being social distancing at the dump. But I'm sure they can quite easily come up with a way of making it manageable. I found out yesterday that B&Q reopens tomorrow because they're going to do something similar to supermarkets where they count the numbers in and out and have a one-way system around the store. So that's good for anybody who's looking to do any decorating or any gardening and they haven't been able to get the stuff that they need. So I think it's also because they're not classed as they've been classed as an essential service. So they're not eligible for the furlough money from the government. So they're probably thinking, right, well, we've got to be able to get some money and start paying people.
And actually, it's essential, isn't it? If you need a new U-bend or something, you need to go somewhere to get it.
Yeah, I mean, small places have been open still. So I went to Screwfix at the weekend.
Yeah, they're brilliant. But, yeah. So, how's knitting going for people? Let us know how your knitting's going. Mine's going okay. I've only done that much because I have started another project as well. You know me, and lots of projects going. So I've got one that I do during the day, and then I do a little one on a night time as well. So let us know what you've either started or done. And I have to confess, I've put in another little order.
Yeah.
So it's only a little one. It's only a ball, but I did have to just get an extra colour. So yeah. So I think that my. Well, actually, it's classified as 4 orders. So I had this that arrived. Then I had my secret one. I sent a gift to a friend, and I've just put an extra one through yesterday. So I have got stuff. So some stuff's coming really quickly. I think parcels are getting through. Larger parcels are coming quicker than smaller parcels. The smaller parcels go in the normal post, but yeah. So I'm really pleased with what I've got. But yeah, I'm putting another order. But that's it for this week. All right.
I've just checked. There is no garden waste in Buckinghamshire at the moment.
Oh, thank you.
That's right. Dawn Claire says, door down carport is slowly filling up with stuff. Need the dump too. Yep, me too. Got a garage full of stuff. Although for general info, there is bottle bank at Tesco's and Morrison's. I know because I've been to both 4 times already during lockdown. Not because we're drinking that much, but because jars of sauces. We get desserts that are in little glass jars, and I had the big clear out in the kitchen a few weeks ago, so that's caused loads of glass as well. Marion says Linslow Plumbing is shut. Deborah says good morning. Claire says yay, doing a bit for the economy, one ball at a time. Deborah says still knitting little hearts for the NHS.
Oh.
And then Marion says, what secret one did I miss that? It was the parcel that arrived yesterday, Marion. with all the lovely colours in it. And I'm guessing she started, but doesn't want to tell us which one it is. Oh.
So I did that last night. So I started it and I thought, haven't done granny square type things in years. And I thought, this just is not going well. So I had to go down to a 3mm hook. And I don't like the white on the outside. So I'm going to take the white off and I'm going to put grey around the outside. For me, it's just like, I don't like the white. So I got the pattern. I looked at the pattern. I didn't follow the pattern because there were parts of it that I couldn't understand. And I thought I'd just do it my own way anyway. That looks the same as what they've done. But what they did say is it should be like well blocked. Now, that's when you're using other stuff. You don't have to block Stylecraft stuff. But yeah, so I'm
you do.
Huh?
You do.
Yeah, but not to the same extent.
If you're doing squares, you should always block it before joining, because then they're blocked the same size.
Yeah, but she'd said that you have to heavily block them. I thought, yeah, I totally get that you have to do that with the proper wool. But yeah, so just going down to 3mm needle, I think I really like the finish. So I like the colours. So I've got a whole bag. I've got a bag. That's my little project bag now for that one. But I'm really looking forward to using, I think these are my favourite colours now. That is buttermilk. And I love that, which is fuchsia purple. So we're going to have lots of colour for a little project.
Good.
So there are only 10 balls that arrived and another one on the way. So only 11 colours. But it's amazing. I probably gave away so much of this when I donated a whole black bin liner to the shop. Because it was all colours I thought I will never use. I'll just never use. So get rid of them. Guess what? I've bought it all again. So that's one little project. And I do love this silver. I do think this silver grey is probably one of the nicest colours that there is. It's just beautiful. But I never wore grey because that was my school uniform colour. So I just refused to wear it for years and years and years because it reminded me of being at school, and I never enjoyed being at school. So I like learning things. I love some of my teachers, but school to me was just a little bit restrictive, I suppose. So, yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. So that's that. And then I also need to double check. You shared a picture about those Noro little slippers, didn't you? So I need to find out which Noro it is and see how many balls. If it's one ball, that's fine. I might do it. If it's 2 balls, then that's going to be like 50 quid for a pair of slippers. I don't need that in my stash up in Leeds. I can do that later in the year when I go back home. So that's that. And yeah. So and the other thing as well, I know that a lot of us are getting orders from either the Spotted Sheep or You Felty Thing, and I know Freya's not open at the moment, and I think they're being really, really good and posting out that day. But the problem that we've got sometimes is the postal system, and I know I got my order yesterday that I ordered on Friday, but I think the gift that I've sent to a friend, they haven't got theirs yet. So I think it just depends. Certain routes are really easy, probably. London to Leeds just happens really quickly, but as soon as you've got to go across country, that's what I say anyway. And sometimes it's easier to get it across country than it is to go a few miles locally, because they're down to half staff and all of their sorting officers, because they have to have the 2-meter roll, so everything's just taking so long. So sorry if you're ordering and it's not coming through. I think it's a bit hit and miss. I got mine yesterday and my friend didn't, so never mind. It will arrive eventually.
It will, yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn says she has 80 buttons to sew onto 40 headbands. I don't envy that at all. No. I know you've done a lovely job with your headbands, but yeah, sewing on buttons, not my thing, I'm afraid. I really don't do it unless I really, really have to. I thought, so yesterday I spent the afternoon finally catching up on about 50 emails that were sat in my inbox. And I'm terrible because I will glance at an email and think, oh, I'll come back to it later, and then forget. And I came across this, Angela. This jumper that you'd emailed.
That's the one I sent you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but it's not cheap. This is an investment piece, is all I will say to you.
It looks lovely.
I just think that I think that's one of those. My issue that I have with certain jumpers is they're very light in the middle bit, and that's where I need to hide little bits. And so I think this design is so amazing because all of the dart is with the bust down. So if you do want to hide any little bits of shape, all of the it's all around. I call it a lower décolleté, but I just think that is beautiful. Yeah, lovely, lovely pattern. I don't know how much the pattern is because I know that you have to buy the pattern as well. But that's what I'm sure. Are they in the Buckinghamshire area, that company? I'm not too sure which one it is. Sorry, what's the company name? Daughter of a Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Yeah. Let's have a look. And she is Daughter of a Shepherd. Let's have a quick look. Not too sure. I know she goes to the Wales Wool Show, yarn events. But this, I'm sure this is the company where all of the wool you wouldn't normally use, they make it into wool and they've turned it ram jam. So it isn't what you would normally get. It's a little bit more uneven. It isn't the same quality, but so nothing goes to waste. And also somebody with a fleece that possibly isn't normal wool grade is still being used, and they sell out as soon as they come out. So lovely little design there. So hopefully you like that, and I think that would be really nice because it doesn't look as intricate as some. So if that was your first top down, I think you are using only one or two colours at a time. And it'd be easy to see the pattern in that as well. So, and the other thing as well, if you change when you change the finished bust measurement for a larger size, it tells you exactly how much it's going to be. So you can look at how much it's going to be before you decide to buy.
Right, just found the pattern. Oh, £9.60 US. Sorry, $9.60 US.
Yeah.
So it's calculating it as about £8.20.
Yeah. So not a cheap pattern, but one that I thought that's one I'm going to buy and do at some point.
Along with everything else.
I know. But we're getting there. We're getting there. But that's just the joy of yarn and knitting and crochet, that you have to have your finishing head on, I think, because the finishing bit is the hardest bit.
So Sally is saying, use the sewing machine, Dawn. Dawn says, do I need a special foot? Sally says, yes, to hold the button in place. Mine had a rubber cover. The button is flat. It should be okay. Try on a scrap. Claire says, have spare needles to hand. Sally says, use the hand wheel to test zigzag width, 0 length. No idea what that means, but good luck, Dawn.
Yeah.
Right, so we've had some pictures through. Let me just pull up. So this has come through from Sheila,
Oh,
later to her granddaughters.
that is gorgeous.
It is.
What pattern is that?
Oh, she doesn't say, and she's not able to join us today.
Ooh.
But I can post it in Gogglefrogs and see what she says.
Yeah.
Actually, let me just message her. Okay, so that's that one. And then on the Gogglefrogs page, Marian's posted a picture of her current work in progress. A reversible blanket insert our chunky baby snugly. She got the R from Age UK. Trying to get home for it. That looks lovely, Marian.
It is beautiful. I actually saved an image like that off Pinterest this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm just going to have a look now. That's gorgeous.
This has been shared by Georgie. It's a D. Hardwick design. Love the butterflies. And that says it's one of the free patterns for her hexagon blanket.
Oh, so how big are they?
Don't know.
They are beautiful.
Oh, that's my auto post. My
Oh,
first auto post that I set up last night. Claire's posted in a link to her description yesterday of fat quarters, because we were talking about why is it a fat quarter, and then we had an explanation of a long quarter as well.
yeah.
We said welcome to all of our current new members this week, and there's more in there today to say welcome to, which I'll do later. Yesterday. Oh, and that was so yesterday I was watching a Facebook tutorial on how to get the best out of groups, and they talked about live videos. So I did my first live video.
Yay! Well done.
There's the eggs that we talked about yesterday. We were talking about knitting lifelines, and Claire posted a very interesting article about how to put in a knitting lifeline. It talks you through when to put it in, the various reasons to put it in. And what I found really interesting about it is, you know, there's this debate around circular needles or straight needles. If you use circular needles and use interchangeables, it's easier to put in a lifeline, because what you do is the hole in the cable, I don't know if you can see it there, this hole in the cable is what you thread your lifeline in, so it goes through, it pulls through as you knit, so you don't then have to go back and put it in yourself, which I thought was really, really interesting. So definitely worth a read.
Definitely.
Just a reminder that on the 4th of May we've got the Shetland Wall Talk, and we will soon be having Stinking and Trunk Show. Just waiting for final details on those. I posted a competition yesterday for £200 worth of Starcraft bamboo, which is in there. As we finished yesterday, Dawn finished her toy for Maisie. So there we go. There's pictures of Maisie with Dead toy. They're the books that Marion was giving away yesterday. Oh, there's a closer picture of Maisie with the toy. Don't think we showed this yesterday. This is Sophie's garden being blocked in the sunshine, posted by Anastasia. Anastasia is in Greece, if memory serves me correctly. So lots of sun over there to be able to do lots of blocking. Oh, and Dawn, while we were on the call yesterday, shared a picture or shared a video of Maisie with a bandana made by Lizzie. Not looking particularly impressed with it either, but and that's kind of all we've had posted in the last day. Helen's just sent through a picture of her cardigan. There we go. So this is with Adrophil Zebrano. So it's a self-striping, and yeah, nearly finished.
Wow!
Wow, look at that.
That is beautiful.
It is.
I just think the colours are so like muted but beautiful, because normally they're really quite bright, aren't they? And it's just lovely, and you don't actually realise there's so many different colours in it. But I know that you had you couldn't get that multicoloured Zebrano, but you went from Sheringham and went back to the Spotted Sheep, and the Spotted Sheep had it for you. So but I love the multicoloured, and I think yeah, you were right to get the multicoloured, because that's so you, and really lovely. That'll work in spring, autumn, anytime, won't it?
Yeah.
So lovely.
Right. Claire, so on the Sophie's picture says, "Oh, to the dogs." Sally says, "So cute." Safia says she likes the hexagon. That's Dee's hexagon, D Hardwick. Sally says, "Where can we find the D Hardwick designs?" So if you go to the online wall show, in patterns, you no. I'll find it. Just give me 1 second, and I'll find it. Janet says, "Be a bit careful." Oh, morning, Janet. So be a bit careful if you throw your yarn when knitting. Twisting the needle. Needle come undone. Yes, I'll just tighten them back up. Not ideal.
I've had that with one of mine, and it was the black colour. Oh, was it the purple colour? The interchangeable bits, and one of them always unravels. And I was in a long, I think it was about 300, and all of a sudden I realised that it had come loose, and yeah, it's a bit of a disaster. But I didn't have a safety line. I had to go quite a bit below to recover on that. So I know the feeling, Janet. I really do. And what I have done is I've put that one somewhere else. I actually need to throw it in the bin, because for some reason it doesn't tighten up properly. So yes, you poor thing, Janet.
Jackie, I've just found your post, so bear with me, and I will pull it up. He says, not very expertly. Oh, where's it gone? There we go. Oh, wow. Jackie has been very busy.
Has she?
Jackie's been making the things that go around the back of the head for
Aww.
gorgeous colours.
They are beautiful. Well done, you. We were saying this, weren't we? Just how amazing it is that people just come together at times like this and make all of these wonderful things. Those are amazing. Thank you so much. And to everyone else who's doing things as well.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. Who needs the RAF with all of you wonderful people doing everything that you're doing, with making things for them? So well done. Of course, we do need the RAF as well. It's just to say you're brilliant.
Sorry, I'm double checking that I haven't missed anything else.
Jackie said, feeling very proud of myself. Purple that. You've kept the purple for you, haven't you, Jackie? Oh, you've used all the purple already.
Yeah.
And not left with the stash. Oh, that's incredible. So brilliant of you. Well done.
Not strictly Gogglefrogs, but I am going to show this because I know she won't mind. But do you remember Marion Dye's knit along that she did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had some. There were some pictures uploaded into either the Bedfordshire group or the Knitting and Crochet Guild from Pam, who has been on here before, and I think that the colour work in it is just amazing. So that's her interpretation of the front. I love the way that pink and purple just blends so well with the peach edge.
It does. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful colours.
And then there's the back, which I just love. I really do. I think that is just so pretty.
It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I think I've seen one with done in white. Oh yeah, that's the one I. Oh, was it light pink, that one, or is that somebody else's?
No, this is still Pam's, just different angles.
Oh.
And then she's done a second cushion cover as well.
Oh wow, the colours are. All colours go together, but they always look so different, don't they? When you use the different palettes, it's a totally different design. They're beautiful. And that is a free knit along that Marion Dye did. And if you go onto the Knitting and Crochet Guild page, I believe it's a free download there if you'd like that pattern.
Dawn says, unfortunately, we don't have time to get the button foot for this bitch of headbands, but we'll order one. Marion says, new vacuum just arrived. Sally says, Dawn, look at Messenger. I'm guessing she's offering to help with the foot for the sewing machine. Brigitte says, well done, Jackie. Jackie says, very proud of myself. No purple, though. Brigitte, thank you. And then she says, you know me too well. Yes, that's because you've used all the purple yourself. Brigitte says, I'm stitching a birthday card for a grandson. Rod is sewing pyjamas for another grandson and wants to send it off. So I want the card to go into the parcel. Good. No, you always do anyway, but do post a picture when you've done it. Janet says, super. Jackie says, love, love, love that cushion. Brigitte says, Pam's colours are brilliant. Claire says, that's lovely work, Pam. And local people, we had our Stratton box for one delivered yesterday. We are dead impressed. And Marion says the knit along for the cushion is a separate Facebook page. Link is in the announcements. Is that in the announcements on the guild page, or have you posted it in Gogglefrogs as well? Because if you've not put it in Gogglefrogs, Marion, then please do. And then Sally has sent a video about sewing buttons on without a button foot to Dawn. Ah. See, and this was the whole idea of Gogglefrogs, because it's the kind of things we would talk about when we're out in people with meeting groups. And I think it's lovely the fact that we've now got people from around the UK and then further abroad, further overseas as well, joining us and getting to know how we do things in the UK, what advice we share, and seeing the benefits of our shops. And then we get to see, excuse me, we get to hear about their yarn shops as well. So I was on a men's knitting and crochet Facebook page the other day, and they also mentioned Bendigo Walls.
Did they?
They did, yeah. And that's they were saying that that's one of the only two places that they go for wool now in Australia, and I thought it was interesting.
So we one of our lovely people just had a delivery from there. She was from Perth, so we did actually show some of the wools from that yarn store, and they are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I will always put in a caveat about merino wool, Australia, and whether it's mulesing free. So if that's important to you, which it is to me, just double check. It's not every Australian sheep farmer who does do mulesing. With merino, a lot of them are trying to breed it out. But mulesing with pain relief for me is a big no-no. But yeah, just double check. It will say on the wool. So that's just a little me. Now I've found out that it's merino, but please go ahead because I will be buying some. It'll just be mulesing free.
Marion says she's going to try and put the page on Gogglefrogs as well for the cushion. Marion says, so yes. I've just had a little thought actually.
What's that?
I'm gonna try and find that Perth wool that you bought me.
Purple?
Perth wool.
Oh yes, the Perth, yeah.
From Sheringham, and I will see if I can find a pattern to do with that. Do you think it's silly to risk some sort of knitting with my arm? Do you think I should leave it another day?
I think you probably should leave it another day.
Yeah.
Is it the knitting or is it the crochet that?
It was the crochet that flared it up, I'm fairly sure, but it could also have been the 2 weeks of using gardening equipment. So the vibrations off the gardening equipment may not have helped it either.
Yeah. If your hand's feeling fine, give it an extra day.
Yeah.
It's always good. And you use the interchangeable needles anyway. Use the circulars, so there's less pressure on the hand.
Arm, is it?
Yeah. Oh.
Judy says, love the colours in the cushion and Jackie's ties. Sorry for the delay. I was in the middle of a row. You've got the right idea, Judy. I always stop in the middle of the row and then I pick it back up, and I must get in better habits of stopping at the end of a row. Claire says, when you do take it up again, build up and take a break. Sally says, leave it another day and set a timer to make you take a break. We're on the same page, Claire. I hadn't thought about setting a timer to stop. Okay, that's good. Thank you for that. Brigitte says, no, it was the garden work. I'm doing needlework on doctor's orders to help the arthritis.
It's strange, isn't it? 'Cause it does help us so much on arthritis because it keeps all of your muscles going and stretching. Which is so important. We've just got to be careful when we work like this for a lot that we do stretch them the other way as well. So maybe that's something that you need to do. Watch TV and stretch them the other way and do lots of... You've got exercises for your hands, haven't you?
I've got what, sorry?
Have you got exercises for your hands?
No.
No? Oh, right, okay. Sorry. So I know somebody who has. But yeah, just have a quick look online and see how to stretch your hands. But I think it's just make sure that you stretch them back.
Yeah. So Marion has just posted the link to the Facebook page for the Knit Along for Her Cushion. So there it is. And you just simply click join group. And you are in, and then you'll be able to see all the posts and do everything from there. So I won't scroll through the page. I'll let you have that, but she has on Gogglefrogs as well, so it's there for you to find in an easy link.
I know that knit along that Marion did, there's an awful lot more about where that came from. It was connected to the cruise that she did, etc. So can you remember the full story?
Sorry?
The full story that behind the cushion?
No.
No, neither can I. The trees were one thing. And I'm really sorry.
Yeah, the trees are the Norway trees.
Yeah,
because that's where they went on the cruise.
The relationship between the UK and Norway.
That's the roses represent England.
Yeah, and the love hearts was the love.
Yes, and then the sheep on the back are to do with all things woolly, I think.
Yes. So, there is so much behind these designs.
I've got this picture in my head now of Marion sitting there saying, "Hold on, I'm typing."
I know. She will be doing. She'll be correcting us, saying, "No, you've got it all wrong." So I'm really sorry, but it's a beautiful pattern. I know that there was an awful lot of colourful words as she was at home knitting with 12 different colourways, and her husband just kept hearing words every so often as she was having to change or realise that wasn't how the pattern was. But I just remember seeing Marion at most of the knitting groups with a sheet of squared paper where she was plotting out the design and creating the design. And she did an amazing job. So really, really good. She's our Judith Chalmers, isn't she? And always on cruises. Yeah. And did a knitting group on a cruise. I think there were about 20 or 40 people went, so it was fabulous. So well done for that.
And she started the design at the Sheringham retreat, not this year, but last year.
Oh, yes, she did.
Yeah,
she did.
She nearly went and left her graph paper with all the designs on it.
Oh.
The hostel.
And just to let you all know as well, Sheringham is a retreat that we have every year. It's been going on for, I can't remember how many years. Has it been 6 years?
6 years, yeah.
So we went all those years ago. And first of all, a lovely lady called Jane was organising it. Then Brigitte organised it for a couple of years. And then Robert took over. So it's 3 days away. It used to be 2 days. It's now 3 nights away, where we just have fun. The food's provided. So we've got that booked. Who knows? We may have to cancel it, but we have got something else behind the scenes that we're arranging, or we will arrange when we know when we can all start moving again. And we'll do something. My friend's got a little B&B. Well, it's not too small, actually. I don't know. There's a few bedrooms there. So we'll arrange something that will be small and good fun. And all about knitting, crafting, whatever you want to do. So, Marion had said, trees for Norway, the roses for the UK, the hearts for the love between the two countries, and the sheep for our shared passion. She just encapsulated it so well. Sorry, there's somebody at my door.
Oh, okay, I'll come back then. I'm promptly cough. This is not a COVID cough. This is just I've done too much today. Asthma, inhaler is tickling away. So Brigitte says cancelling Sheringham never. Well, fingers crossed we won't have to. But we'll see what happens. And I know I'm going to get lots in the comments now of, oh, it'll all be on and over and done with, but I'm just a little bit hesitant. So I'm currently planning to not do anything till October, to the point where I have to start paying people and organising things, and then we'll make a decision from there. There we go. Oh, welcome back.
Hello, sorry. No, it wasn't. I thought it was a knock, but it wasn't. Never mind. Ah. Can I just say, I'm really enjoying doing this. I don't know, but it slows me down so much. The fact that it's linen. So yeah, please don't think I normally crochet this slowly.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because so I don't use cotton because I just can't get on with it. But if you're using a new type of yarn for the first time, it takes a while for you to get the feel of it and work out your own tension, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
and because I constantly start and stop with this, so after sort of half an hour, I start to flow much better. But I'm constantly trying to look at the comments and then try and crochet as well. So that's why I look really slow. Please don't think I normally crochet this slowly.
Well, just think of it this way: the less you do, the less you've got to frog.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I apologise for the background noise. My noisy neighbour has just decided that now is the time to get his bike out the garage, and he does it every day and turns it on for completely no reason. He doesn't go out on it, just turns it on and leaves it running for about 5 minutes, and he does it at different times. So I apologise if you can hear it in the background.
I can't hear it. I really can't.
That's okay then. Good.
Sorry, Brigitte has just put, that's the pattern marine design. Sorry, did I miss this about cancelling Sheringham?
Yeah, because you said, I'm just going to answer the door, and I said I was just looking at the YHA website to see what the update was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Claire agrees that by October we should know kind of what the long-term plan is.
Yeah, we will.
Helen says, parcel's just come, rushed to the door, caught foot in yarn, pulled all the stitches off my needles. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
dear.
I hope you can pick them all up. I hope it's not a loop over, a yarn over row, because that always makes it a little bit more difficult.
It does, yeah.
You poor thing.
Oh dear.
Those pesky delivery people interrupting our lovely our lovely crocheting and knitting. Oh, sorry about that.
Right, so I'm just going to quickly talk about a video that I found for tomorrow. Lindy a few weeks ago mentioned a yarnless bind off, and I had no idea what it meant.
Yes,
found the video yesterday.
Fabulous.
It's ready to go. So we're almost out of time for today. But what we will do tomorrow is I'll have a shorter musical interlude at the beginning, and we'll play the video at some point as well. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, and it makes total sense once you see it.
And this is what they did. I know we had a conversation about this, didn't we? So I said, in the war, or when you're running out of yarn, you can bind off and you don't need any more yarn. And I know Erica Knight, because when Erica Knight came, a designer came to the Spotted Sheep, she explained it, and I'm sure she showed me it, but I just couldn't remember it. So thank you ever so much for finding that.
Yeah, so we'll play that tomorrow.
Oh, brilliant.
Plants for her garden.
Yay! To make the garden pretty.
I'm missing my hanging baskets. I've got 2 hooks out in the garden that we have hanging baskets on, and I've not been able to pick any up this year to replace them.
Peck's Farm Shop have got lots.
They didn't when we went a few weeks ago.
Ah, because I did see they did have a post on their Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
So just have a look. They may have some.
Okay. I
And
think
the
I
other
need to
thing
go
is
over the
funders.
weekend anyway. I need to get Gary out of the house, so it might be an excuse to go for a visit.
Yeah.
Right, folks. Well, we are at 11 o'clock again. Didn't that go quick today?
I know. I can't believe that.
So whatever you're up to, folks, have a lovely afternoon. Enjoy the lovely weather. Stay safe. If you have to go out, remember social distancing. And if they're getting in your way, just kick them. And that will teach them a lesson. And have a lovely afternoon. And we will be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
10.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
It's all right. We'll stop at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock tomorrow, finishing at 11.
Sleep deprivation. Never mind. Bye, everybody. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.